lately, this is kind of interesting to me because I think it was last week that I said I'm just getting tired of hearing the anti-Clinton shit where it concerns she's a liar, her email servers, her this, her that, her this, her that. This shit's been going on for over a quarter of a century. And I pointed out last week that it doesn't make any difference what your political opinion of Hillary Clinton is. You are either going to vote for her or you're not going to vote for her. But this unending character assassination against this person is starting to fucking irritate me a lot. I don't support her and I'm not going to vote for her. But still, we have gotten to a point in this country where the press just piles on. Anything. Email, Clinton, Benghazi, put those three words together and holy shit, you've got a whole week's worth of stuff to put on TV or in the paper. Now, I'm not alone. Charles Pierce at Esquire. Digby at where? Digby, Heather Digby. She writes, this one was at Salon. I think it was at Salon. Janet Allen at Alternet. A lot of writers who are actually liberals, and not your pissy-ass liberals. I mean hardcore. Charles Pierce at Esquire does not mince words. He just doesn't. Neither does Digby. Neither does Janet Allen. Charles Pierce, I think last week, wrote, "Oh, for the love of God, Mother New York Times, are you freaking kidding me?" He writes, "It's long past the point where many of our major news publications be sent to the dog track with their names pinned to their sweaters, at least as far as the Clintons are concerned. Right now, there is substantial evidence that many of them will print anything as long as they can wedge Clinton questions and emails into a headline. Of course, if Hillary or Adam Clinton would just hold a press conference at which every question would feature those three words in some order and another, then we'd all turn to discussing the comprehensive mental health plan that she released to thundering silence on last Monday, when most of the press was in an Anthony Weiner frenzy. And yes, I am the czar of all the Russias." Charles goes on, "But this latest iteration of the Clinton rules is probably the most egregious one yet." And then he quotes from the Times. "A top aide to Hillary Clinton at the State Department agreed to try to obtain a special diplomatic passport for an advisor to former President Bill Clinton in 2009, according to emails released Thursday, raising new questions about whether people tied to the Clinton Foundation received special access at the department." God, that sounds bad, doesn't it? Huh? Doesn't it just make you want to go, oh, shit? Charles says, with the guy trying to smuggle hash in a diplomatic pouch, was he visiting Thai brothels in a government jet? This request was from an advisor named Douglas Band. He started one arm of the Clintons' charitable foundation. And the request was unusual, and the State Department never issued the passport. Only department employees and others with diplomatic status are eligible for the special passports, which help envoys facilitate travel. Well, that's that then, right? Not as far as the Times is concerned. "A top aide to Hillary Clinton tried to obtain a special Oh, that sounds like some goddamn fourth grader saying, teacher, while you were out, he went out and peed in the corner." Mrs. Clinton's presidential campaign said that there was nothing untoward about the request and that it related to an emergency trip that Mr. Clinton took to North Korea in 2009 to negotiate the release of 2 American journalists. Mrs. Clinton has long denied that donors had any special influence at the State Department. Jesus H. Christ on Dancing with the Stars. That's what this is about? Bill Clinton's mission to get 2 American journalists out of the hoosegow, trapped in the world's craziest place? Wasn't that a good thing? Shouldn't we all be happy about it? Pierce points out this was so surreptitious and so questionable that Clinton even wrote about it in one of her books. Oh. And then he mentions Washington Post. He calls it Tiger Beat on the Potomac. He says, I thought the bombshell in Tiger Beat on the Potomac about how Bill Clinton questionably availed himself of services to which he was legally entitled as an ex-president was going to be this week's most prominent parody of investigative journalism. After all, it got to drop the ominous taxpayer money into the conversation right next to private server, which one of the endless parade of dingbats shilling for the Trump campaign used on CNN just this morning. Anyway, consider how it is constructed to believe that there is even any smoke here, let alone any fire. You have to believe that the Clinton Foundation was somehow shady in its dealings with Hillary Clinton's State Department, which is assuming a lot of actual facts, not in evidence. That enables you to believe that an unsuccessful attempt to arrange diplomatic passports for what ultimately was a successful mission of mercy is proof of shadiness. It also forces you to loan your journalistic credibility to a monkey house like Judicial Watch. In related developments, the Washington Post revealed last Thursday that David Bossie, the head of Citizens United and noted stalker of cancer patients, is now part of the high command working to elect El Codillo del Mar-a-Lago. There are now no rats left unfucked in that operation, and it's going to be damned hard to get a table for Happy Hour Friday in the cocktail lounge of the Mena Airport. I love Charles Pierce. He is this generation's Hunter Thompson. There is no such thing as equal to Hunter Thompson, but boy, Charles Pierce comes damn close to it. And then Heather Digby, she writes, many Americans think Clinton is a congenital liar because of the right and the media, not her. Now, you either like Digby or you don't. She quotes a tweet from Chris Cillizza, the Washington Post. You see him on MSNBC all the time. This is what Cillizza tweeted. This election is about voters choosing the least worst candidate. That's where we are in our politics. Digby says, yeah, both candidates do have high unfavorable ratings among the public. So does Congress, pretty much every other institution, including the press. But anyway, that comment, this election about voters choosing the least worst candidate, that comment by a member of the media, however, illustrates something important. Some members of the press are not just commenting on a reality. They are pushing the theme of 2 equally unpalatable candidates, and it just isn't true. Digby writes, the main problem for Clinton is that people think she's a congenital liar. When asked what it is that she lied about, Most people can't point to anything specific. They just know she's dishonest and corrupt. The fact that she's been dogged by political enemies and investigated by special prosecutors, the media, Congress, with unlimited budgets and every possible means of getting to the truth, and has been exonerated over and over doesn't seem to register. Indeed, the fact checkers who parse what Clinton says all find her to be more honest than virtually anyone in politics. While Donald Trump, by contrast, lies every time he opens his goddamn mouth. He's the congenital liar. God, I hate media. You know, television especially has really, really revealed itself during this campaign to be a bunch of assholes, top to bottom, total assholes, who are in it for the sport of just adding to the shit that's going on in this country. Media could have stopped Donald Trump cold in his tracks by not giving him that $1 billion plus worth of free television time. Oh, but they just, hey, Donald Trump's going to be on tomorrow morning. Don't they? Tune in.